Intoxicated tourists attack Goa PSI in Kalangut, raising law and order concerns. Two intoxicated tourists from Jaipur created chaos in Kalangut by attacking a Goa PSI while being taken to the police station. The incident has raised serious concerns over the law and order situation in the state, with the tourists openly defying authority. The attack highlights growing fears about public safety and the ability of law enforcement to maintain control. BJP demands inquiry into Rama Kankonkar's changing statements, calls allegations baseless. The BJP called for an inquiry into activist Rama Kankonkar's shifting statements, urging Goa police to investigate the reasons behind these baseless allegations. Party MP Sadanand Sheth Tanawde dismissed accusations against CM Sawant and Tourism Minister Kaunde, asserting that the investigation had been impartial and free from political influence, emphasizing that there was no evidence supporting the claims. Kaunte seeks investigation into who influenced Rama Kankonkar's new allegations. Tourism Minister Kaunte called for a probe into who may have influenced activist Rama Kankonkar's new allegations against him, made 23 days after the assault incident. Kaunte described Kankonkar as a straightforward person, expressed doubts about the timing and content of the claims, questioning who might have prompted Kankonkar to make such statements after nearly 3 weeks. Hamas releases first hostages under ceasefire. Trump arrives in Israel to mark deal. Hamas released 7 hostages into the custody of the Red Cross, marking the first exchange under the Israel-Hamas ceasefire. The hostages' conditions remain unknown. Hamas has pledged to release 20 hostages in exchange for over 1,900 Palestinian prisoners. Meanwhile, former President Trump arrived in Israel to commemorate the US brokered ceasefire. Student ordered pending for 302 Goa government schools since 2021 raises safety concerns. Two recent incidents in Goa government schools where 6 students were injured due to infrastructural defects have raised concern about the structural integrity of the state-run schools. According to the Education Ministry's data, structural audits of 302 schools have been pending since 2021, highlighting serious delays in addressing safety issues within the state's educational infrastructure. ED attached properties in Anjuna see ongoing construction. Locals question enforcement. Despite the Enforcement Directorate attaching 31 immovable properties in Anjuna in November 2023, locals are concerned about ongoing construction and commercial activity on 2 of these properties. Nearly a year after the provisional attachment, the continued development has raised questions about the effectiveness of enforcement, as well as the accountability of authorities in implementing these measures. R.K. Pandey's River Sal flood control recommendations languish. Minimal progress after 2 years. 2 years after central expert R.K. Pandey submitted his report to the PWD on a comprehensive drainage plan for River Sal aimed at flood mitigation and improving discharge capacity, process has been minimal. Despite recommendations for major flood control measures, the only tangible development has been the delayed construction of a single culvert near Mercado Mall on Benaulim Varka Road. Shinchinim Mahila Gram Sabha demands 33% of women's quota in Goa Assembly. The Shinchinim Mahila Gram Sabha, held for the first time on Sunday, has called for a 33% reservation for women in the Goa Legislative Assembly. The initiative was led by Sarpanch Frank Viegas along with other panchayat members, aiming to strengthen female representation in local governance and address gender disparity in the state's political landscape. Karnataka reaffirms no legal block to Kalsa Bandura project, urges centre to act. Karnataka reiterated that there are no legal barriers to the Kalsa Bandura water diversion project, despite Goa's objections. In its response to the Union Environment Ministry, Karnataka contested a Goa official's order halting work, asserting it had no jurisdiction. The state has committed 5% of the project cost for wildlife conservation. Borim Bridge closure triggers traffic chaos at Rashol Jetty, commuters stranded. The closure of Borim Bridge led to severe traffic congestion at Rashol Jetty on Sunday, as hundreds of vehicles were left waiting for hours. With only 2 ferries operating, commuters experienced significant delays, causing frustration among locals and daily travelers. The chaos highlights the need for better infrastructure planning to handle such disruption and alleviate commuters' distress. Trump claims 200% tariffs help end India-Pakistan conflict. India rejects mediation. US President Donald Trump claimed that his tariff strategy with rates as high as 200% gave Washington diplomatic leverage, helping them to settle the India-Pakistan conflict. Speaking before his Middle East trip, Trump said tariffs forced both nations to agree to a ceasefire in 24 hours. However, India has consistently rejected his claims, insisting the truce was achieved through direct talks. Mamata Banerjee's remarks on Durgapur rape sparks outrage. Critics accuse victim shaming. A 23-year-old MBBS student who was gang raped near a medical college in West Bengal's Durgapur did not leave the campus at midnight as suggested by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. According to the student's father's complaint, the assault occurred at 8 p.m. Banerjee's remarks shifting responsibility to colleges sparked outrage, with critics accusing her of victim shaming and evading accountability. Supreme Court orders CBI probe into Karur stampede, forms supervisory committee. The Supreme Court today ordered a CBI probe into the Karur stampede that occurred during actor Vijay's rally on September 27th, claiming at least 41 lives. The court emphasized the need for a fair, impartial investigation, forming a 3-member supervisory committee led by Justice Ajay Rastogi to monitor the CBI's progress.